shit, I turned my notifications off. Fuck.
You open up the show, let's shit. Whatever you need, I'll just get the precepts.
Yeah, we got it. Get Matthew 24. Okay, yeah, we're live. Alright, Shalom.
Shalom.
First of all, before we get started, I want to give all praises and honors to
Yahweh,
Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'Hashem, Rakah Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and notice of GMS is pushing his word through the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shai. This is GMS Nashville branch, brother Yahweh now, brother you call back with another lesson through the spirit. Lord, one of his lessons edifying for the elect, but the title of the lesson is World War III update. Because I got this article I got here. We're going to skim through it. It's on RT News. It's actually a very long article, longer than usual, but I'm just going to get to the gist of it. I didn't really read all of it. I just skimmed through this quick, but just the title alone, you know, says it there. So once again, Lord, this is edifying, and we're just going to get straight to the point with this. Just another update that I do to the spirit. On RT News, which was posted today, February 25th of 2021, it says if the U.S. is really worried about a nuclear Iran, it would go back to the JCPOA, but nukes are not at the core here. I'm not looking up the word JCPOA to see what that means. I don't know. Oh, yeah. Damn it. Hold on. Well, I might explain it later on. But it says the U.S. keeps fear-mongering about the dangers of the possibility of Iran acquiring nuclear weapons. Yet it doesn't rush to return to the JCPOA, suggesting the real fear of Iran stems from a completely different organ. So, through the spirit, man, you can already tell that World War III is boiling up. Okay? Because the U.S. is, supposed to be the strongest nation ever, but it fears of dangers of Iran, you know, acquiring nuclear weapons. Okay? Which they actually do have them because, there's a photo of here right now looking like they're about to do a missile test. And it's big as hell. Like I said, this is on RT News, so you can look it up. It's just been posted today. But,
I got a preset real quick.
Go ahead.
You said something about America thinking they're the strongest. Joel 3, verse 10, getting straight to the point. Beat your plowshares and the swords, and your pruning hooks and the spears. Let the weak say, I am strong.
Right, so if Iran is supposed to be weak, or they say North Korea is weak, or wherever, everybody's quote-unquote weak compared to the U.S. Why are you fearing of the little guy, so to speak? Why are you...
So, like, real quick, but the title said that the U.S. is really worried about a nuclear Iran. And, see, that's the thing. Really, they should be worried about it. You know, if America knew what was best for them, they would be worried about these third world countries, or these smaller countries obtaining that nuclear power. But little do they know, they already have it, man.
Right.
You know, the Lord is just waiting on that perfect time to set it off.
Because the Lord's going to put a spirit on the U.S. and the other nations when that time comes, man. Because that World War III, that war of Armageddon is to come, man, and it's biblical and it's part of prophecy, and that's one of the last two main prophecies that we're waiting on to know that Yahweh Shai is finna come get us, man, and destroy all you wicked 2/3 and you heathen nations. This is reading on. This is Tehran has repeatedly reaffirmed its readiness to return to the respecting to obligations under the joint. Here they got the word Joint Comprehensive Plan of Act, which is the JCPOA.
Okay.
If the U.S. lifts economic sanctions against Iran imposed by the Trump administration, however, U.S. President Joe Biden on the matter has led to a diplomatic deadlock and resumption of hostile rhetoric. The Obama
Rhetoric.
The resumption of rhetoric.
Yeah, kind of.
It says the Obama era in the JCPOA of Iran nuclear deal was designed from a Western perspective because it was when the U.S. resigned from that nuclear deal back in 2015. That's 2015, 2016. I know Trump backed out of that, and everybody was like, "What the fuck?" But it says from a Western perspective to prevent Iran reaching a nuclear weapon, we are now at a stage where the alarmists are coming from the U.S. Sanctuary of State Anthony Blinken and top Israeli General Avi Hafai predicts that Iran could develop the capability to produce nuclear weapons in a span of weeks to months. The question then would be, and they already had nukes, so they're just saying this stuff, but they already had it in the works. I did multiple lessons, and brothers have done multiple lessons on Iran and when they're nukes. They've had it in the works. All these other nations have them in the works. They all have them now. the question then would be, if there is truly a unique fear of Iran quickly producing a nuclear bomb and potentially using it, then why would the U.S. not be scrambling to re-enter the deal? Well, it is likely that the U.S. government is truly fearful of Iran equipped with a nuclear weapon. It is less likely that preventing Iran from acquiring a nuclear weapon is the main reason behind the hesitancy to re-enter the JCPOA. I'll read a little bit last here. Instead, it seems that two other primary goals of the U.S., Israel, and their Western allies are driving the hardball diplomatic stance of Washington. The same two issues which were the priority of the previous administration. The U.S. seeks, whether in the event of re-entering the deal, although now they're talking about, we might re-enter it, re-entering the deal or prior that renegotiating the terms of the two key issues of Iran's offensive weapon capabilities and its regional alliance. Iran will enrich uranium up to 60% if it wants to, and I guess the head, I don't know how to pronounce his name again. It warns amid discontent over IAEA deal.
Probably
Kamani. These names are hard to pronounce.
Fuck
these names. Yeah, their names are ridiculous. but yeah, that's pretty much it. There's more. There's like a lot more. So you can read the rest. But I just wanted to get into that short little, part of the first of the article. So now they're talking about, they thinking about re-entering in the deal. They wanted to come back into the JCPOA. Really, it's just more on missile talk, man. That's why this is an update. This is just an update through the spirit to keep about what's going on amongst the other nations, man. As the brother got out in that Joel, the 3rd chapter. As brothers got into Joel, the 3rd chapter, it was talking about how let the weak say I am strong. Mm-hmm. America ain't looking like the big tough guy no more, man. As it quote unquote once was, or is trying to be and pertain to be. Okay, because the Lord is starting getting these other nations ramped up, man. Okay, you can get that Baba Kashab real quick. You can get that Revelations, the 11th chapter, unless you got something. If not, I can get it.
I got something real quick.
Okay, go ahead.
Jeremiah 50. So in verse 14, it reads, "Put yourselves in array against Babylon round about, all ye that bend the bow, shoot at her, spare no arrows, for she have sinned against the Lord." Yahabashim Ashai. And really going into the whole Iran thing, man. Those are one of the many countries that are going to be shooting missiles against America, man. Okay, because America has sinned against the Most High, pursuant to Amos.
Yep.
All right, the 9th chapter, her sins have reached into the heavens. Okay, America is this filthy, wicked place. The cesspool of wickedness. So the Lord has to get rid of it. And going into it, which I think you said you wanted that Matthew 24.
Yeah. And let me say this: Iran said it before. They don't want to go into war, but they have to if it's needed. And the Lord's going to put the Spirit on them where it's going to be that have to if it's needed. Because it's needed through the Spirit. It's His prophecy, man. The brother's about to get it. He's going to explain more than that Matthew.
Matthew 24, you wanted that 6?
6 and reading down to 8.
Mm-hmm. Matthew 24 and 6, and it reads, "And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars."
As then we getting in these articles, man. That's why it's a World War III update. This is an update. These are wars and rumors of wars. Keep you updated through the Spirit. Go ahead.
"See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet."
Yeah, so all these things have to come to pass no matter how long it takes and how long it is. But these are all wars and rumors of wars. These are all things being passed first. Before they start shooting these missiles and going to the Middle East to fight in the Valley of Jehoshaphat, all this has to happen first before it's taken. The mark of the beast, the RFID microchip, has to be made mandatory before those troops go out, man.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
Come, verse 7. Verse 7, Salaki. "For nations," Matthew 24 and 7, "For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places. All these, Salaki, all these are the beginning of sorrows." And as the scripture says, it's just the beginning of sorrow. See, these things are just the beginning. Hearing about the rumors of wars. Okay, like the brothers tapping into bros be bringing out certain articles. Okay, talking about World War III, nuclear missile this, nuclear missile that. These are all just the beginning of what's actually going to take place in America, man.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty soon in America, it's going to actually be, death and destruction, and there's going to be a point in time where they're gonna cast off those sirens, and it's going to be like I said, them sirens, they usually have it in movies. Oh, there's there's a missile.
It's not a drill type shit.
Yeah, that shit. Yeah. And that's gonna be real life pretty soon, man. Mm-hmm. Pretty soon you're gonna have those sirens going off and tell you this is not a drill, this is the real deal.
You see a lot of movies, they do it. I forgot some movies at the top of the head, but there's a lot of movies that do that. A lot of end time warlike movies are coming to life because this is the Most High movie. We're in a movie right now. This is a whole movie. Mm-hmm. Okay, and a martial law has to be put on these streets. These troops have to be out here. All right, they're already here, but they're not out walking on the streets, making sure if you are back home by nightfall or whatever. Okay, or taking you to concentrating. Yeah, things haven't happened yet. For certain things to happen, because people be like, well, how do you know? Well, the prophecies, man. This has to happen first before that happens. It's a domino effect. Is martial law implemented yet? No. Has the shit been made mandatory? No. So the missile's not going to be shot until these things happen. Are we out running on the streets? Are brothers getting captured? Are people being put to death or left and right by troops? Are people struggling to eat? I mean, well, that's happening, but I'm talking about it as a high rampant rate. I'm talking about cannibalism.
Has
that happened yet? No. Those things need to happen first before the missiles hit. Before the troops have to go to the Middle East, man. Mm-hmm. I got this. Revelation 11 and 14, and I'm going to jump down to 18. The second woe, which woe means destruction, is past. And behold, the third woe cometh quickly. So what's the first woe? World War I. In the 1940s, what was the second woe? World War II. And the third woe that's coming quickly is the third woe, World War III, the war of Armageddon, the war to end all wars, man. Okay? Revelation 11 and 18, and the nations were angry, and these nations are angry. Look what they got going on with all these missiles talk. They're not spending all this type of money just to build these missiles for what? Display, fireworks. That's a waste. That's a waste, man. That doesn't make any sense. Like, real deal, be realistic. Why would you spend all this money just to have something that's just gonna be for display? No, they're doing this is a lot of missile talk. It's like a Twitter feed. Going back and forth with niggas. That's what these other nations are doing with the U.S. So it says, in the time of the dead, that they should be judged, and that thou shouldest give reward unto thy servants the prophets, and to the saints, and them that feared thy name, small and great, and shouldest destroy them which destroyed the earth.
Right.
World War III.
I got to preach that real quick. Mm-hmm. Second Ezra 15, starting at verse 5.
Yep.
And it reads, Behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction. And through the Spirit, you see these things happening. Mm-hmm. Okay? You see the sword being, the sword is really going to be brought down pretty soon. All right, pursuant to Revelation 12 and 12.
Yep.
The devil coming upon you, because he knows that he had but a short time. Okay, that's going to happen real soon. Okay, but famine, death, and destruction, that's all happening right now. You see what's happening in Texas and other people that are affected by that snowstorm that just happened. Okay, stores are being cleared out simply over a couple inches of snow.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So just imagine the impact that it's gonna have when it actually goes full blown. When COVID when
Coco.
See, shit always happen. But when this whole pandemic thing first broke out. Look at how, it was back in March after the Passover. Look at how, look at the reaction of people. Everybody went to buy tissue and, food and
toilet paper, tissue,
right,
water.
All these other things. So all these other things. And so it's like, and then even Black Friday in itself, if people are doing these for simple things, imagine when it's like literally life or death, man.
Look how people are going to act when they can't go at least 3 days without food. People go crazy when they haven't eaten for 2 hours. Mm-hmm. They wake up early in the morning, I'm hungry. I'm sorry, I'm hungry, babe. I'm mad, baby. I just haven't eaten.
Yeah, because people don't fast.
Yeah.
Which is in the scriptures. People don't fast, and that's why they're not able to deal with, things the men of the Lord are really able to deal with. Realistically, because realistically, people would be able to deal with these things much better if they simply fasted. You know, but a nigga can't go 2-3 hours without eating something or drinking something. You know, that's just the bottom line.
A brother fasting would be like, I haven't eaten all day, but you don't see the brother walking around pissed.
Yeah.
He hasn't eaten.
Shit, if he pissed, it's because of something before the fast.
Yeah.
You know, it ain't got nothing to do with the fast.
Right.
But
like shit, I'm mad. I need a burger.
Right, yeah, right, and that's
nobody said. I don't know no brother.
That's a nigga mindset.
I don't know. I hear no brother say that.
That's a damn. But that's a 600-pound life mindset. Yeah. You know, they get upset or depressed and they resort to eating,
sweating.
That's the lifestyle of a lot of Americans. You know, even if you not big, that's the lifestyle of a lot of Americans. They resort to, you know, just eating food. You know what I'm saying? Eating ice cream it's GMO food. Yeah, healthy food. You're not going to eating a bowl of grapes. Nah, you eating a bunch of fucking Cheetos and, you know, and lemonade.
And it's not
1% lemons.
and we ain't acting like we don't eat that stuff. But that's the difference between us and you random niggas out there.
Separation.
There's a separation between it. Y'all golf it down every 5 seconds. Like your pizza, burgers, pizza again. You eat pizza 5 times a day. That's 600-pound shit. Mm-hmm. Y'all niggas do that. Eating that crab of bullshit I like to call, with the crab and the shrimp and all that. Y'all do it. Yeah, I call it the bag of bullshit.
Yeah.
But
God.
What's like it? That's a little off topic.
God, it's all good. Verse 6, 2 Ezra 15:6. For wickedness have exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled. Mm-hmm. And I'm gonna jump down. Let me see. Jump down to verse 12. Egypt shall mourn, and the foundation of it shall be smitten with the plague and punishment that the Most High shall bring upon it. They that till the ground shall mourn, for their seed shall fail through the blasting and hail, and with a fearful constellation. Woe to the world, woe to the world and them that dwell therein. Mm-hmm. For the sword and the destruction draweth nigh, and one people, and when it says draw nigh, meaning it's coming quickly. Okay, and one people shall stand up to fight against another, and swords in their hands. And these are the things that are coming upon the planet Earth pretty soon. We've already seen it in other countries, such as France, and so on and so forth. These things are all going to come, to Babylon the Great, because really pursuant to what Apostle Gabar said. You don't need to look at this place as America. You really need to look at this place as Babylon the Great. So I, really, me personally, I try not to even say that shit. Yeah. Fuck America, man. This place is Babylon the Great. It's been exposed through the spirit of Yahweh Shemashai and by the scriptures that this place is Babylon the Great, and so that's what we're gonna call it, man.
It's modern day Egypt and modern day Sodom and Gomorrah. Because
exactly.
Things that happen in Egypt, the things that happen in Egypt. That's why you gotta read the scriptures, man. That's how brothers can put 2 to 2 together, man, through the spirit. You see all the things that were happening. That's why the Lord got examples in the scriptures, man. Things that niggas was doing back then, like the Book of Judges. Things that was happening back then are the same things that are happening now with Sodom and Gomorrah. A quick, perfect example. How there's been a lot of moles. I'm not gonna say it, a lot of moles walking around. Sodomites. A lot of sodomites that are walking around doing all these wicked sexual acts. You got these sodomites still to this day doing the same thing. When you hear the term history repeats itself, that is one of the realest things that you can live by while living on this planet Earth. They were doing it back then. That's why, that's how these societies and these kingdoms have fell, because it was all out of whack. And being a sodomite is out of whack. No order.
Yeah.
But at the same time, who's in rulership with these kingdoms? Esau, Edom. And shoot, even the other heathen nations, because they were ruling over us too. But it still fell. The point is, it still fell because there's no order of Yahweh Shem Shai on this planet Earth. And that's why the Lord is going to destroy it, man. Because the names of Yahweh Shem Shai is now flooding, but from a very long time, it was not flooding of Yahweh Shem Shai. It was flooding Jesus, Buddha, Allah, abominable foods, sodomites, wickedness, women ruling over men, everything going back to Genesis, the 3rd chapter. All this crap that's going on, man. That's why it's modern day Egypt and modern day Sodom, because that shit was happening. That shit was happening in Greece, in Rome. All that shit was happening. They all fucking fell.
Precept too, and
Go
go to really to tap into. I was going to get this in Ecclesiastes and talk about there's no new thing under the sun. But apparently the page fell out of my Bible. But I think it's Ecclesiastes 1 and 14.
You want to use my phone?
Yeah, go to Ecclesiastes 1 and 14. I think that's what it is. Like I said, I don't have that.
The new thing under the sun?
Yeah,
1 and 9.
1 and 9. Okay, Salaki, go ahead.
Ecclesiastes 1 and 9.
What is 1 and 14? Vanity and vexation of spirit. That's spirit too, because the shit is vexation. But go ahead, yeah, go get that 9 though.
Okay. Ecclesiastes 1 and 9. The thing that hath been, it is that which shall be. And that which is done is that which shall be done, and there is no new thing under the sun.
Right, going back to what the brother was saying, man, nothing has really changed. You know, these are the same spirits. You know, these people that are coming and pushing the A, B, C, D, E, F, G, you know, feminism and all these other bullshit ass doctrines of the earth. These are the same people that have been doing this since the days of Sodom and Gomorrah, since the days of you know, Egypt, since the days of, you know, Rome, Greece. Okay, when we was in the Assyrian captivity, etc., so on and so forth. Okay, Revelation 11 and 8, and their dead bodies shall lie in the street of the great city, which spiritually is called Sodom and Egypt, where also our Lord was crucified. But the point being, you know, this place is Sodom, spiritually called Sodom and Egypt.
Yeah.
Because they participate in the same acts. Okay. That Sodom and Gomorrah was participating in, which I'm gonna see if I can get it real quick.
Worshipping false gods.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all worshiping Jesus, Jehovah, Buddha, Allah. Why are there so many goddamn gods?
That's
so
really
many goddamn idols.
That's really Greek shit, because
Yeah.
they got like, you know, 30,000 30,000 gods.
And that goes back to it, man. It's fucking ridiculous.
Let me see real quick. If you can look up
You can do whatever you want, be whatever you want, believe in whatever you want. That's bullshit.
I think it's 8. Look up when it talks about being an example to those that should live ungodly.
You said being an example?
And no, it's gonna be ENSAMPLE. I think that's how they spell it. Cause you know you gotta spell it a certain way with this shit. I know it's in Hebrews.
Oh, it's Hebrews?
Yeah, go up, scroll up.
Oh, that was it's Luke.
Let me see real quick. So like, bear with us, Akim, real quick. Let's see. So like, it's not Hebrews. 2 Peter 2 and 6. I'm gonna get that real quick. All right, because the Lord has really showed us, you know, the scriptures talk about the things written aforetime, written for our learning. So these things that are in the scriptures, in the holy scriptures, all right, really everybody can learn from these things, okay? And this can teach you what and what not to do. All right, what was it?
2 and 6.
2 and 6. A person, a preacher of righteousness, bringing in the flood upon the world of the ungodly, and turning the cities of Sodom and Gomorrah into ashes, condemned them with an overthrow, making them an ensample unto those that after should live ungodly. You see, in Sodom and Gomorrah is really an example, you know, like the scriptures say, you know, to those after that should live ungodly. Meaning, if you're going to live the same way that Sodom and Gomorrah lived, the people of Sodom and Gomorrah lived, you're going to be destroyed in the same manner.
Yeah. Because if the Lord's been destroying these kingdoms, what makes you think that he's not going to destroy another kingdom, man?
Right.
People think that, oh, there's just old stories or that happened back then. What is back then? When you say the word, what this happened back then, why is it just because you say this is back then don't mean it won't happen again? Nothing changed.
But
Sodomites, that was back then. It's still here.
But even then, really what hits home is the Christians. The Christians are the main believers. A Christian would be the first one to bring up the story of Noah and the story of Moses to you. You know what I'm saying? So they're willing to bring up these testimonies of the Old Testament and all these stories, but they're not willing to realize the fact that they're living in the same situation as were in the days, you know, since the days of Noah. Y'all are doing the same shit. Y'all are drinking and eating and giving into marriage. Y'all are doing the exact same thing. Nothing has changed. Y'all are still coming back in your same lot.
Yeah.
And you're still going to be destroyed.
Yeah. That's why I say this is Noah and Lot 2.0.
Yeah, exactly.
I say it all the time because that's literally what we're in. We're in Lot. We're in the days of Lot and Noah all over again.
Mm-hmm. That's it, bro.
And look what happened when in that time. You know, obviously the Lord.
Death.
Yeah, death, drowning, and destruction, fiery destruction. The Lord flooded the earth, and then the Lord destroyed Sodom and Gomorrah by fire, man. And the scriptures talk about how this is going to be the second death, and the Lord promised that He would not destroy this place by water, but by fire. That's a promise, man. Mm-hmm. So that fire is coming.
That's that rainbow.
Yeah, that's why the rainbow. That's that covenant.
The covenant, yeah, that's the covenant between the Most High,
mm-hmm.
okay, and the inhabitants. You know, He said He won't make another flood happen like that with water though.
Yeah.
But He didn't say anything about fire, which is why He's gonna use these thermonuclear ICBMs, okay, these thermonuclear missiles to destroy this place, man.
As it speaks about in the scriptures, it talks about arrows.
Yeah.
It speaks on the arrows. It's talking, especially in 2nd Ezra, 15th chapter.
I'm gonna get that.
The 16th chapter, it talks about it's talking about missiles, man, nuclear warheads. When it's talking about fire and brimstone, it's talking about the warheads, man. Okay?
I'm gonna get this real quick. Revelations chapter 9 and verse 16. Just going into the missiles.
Oh yeah.
And the number of the army of the horsemen were 200,000. And I heard the number of them. And thus I saw the horses in the vision,
Yep.
and them that sat on them having breastplates of fire and of jacinth and brimstone, and the heads of the horses were as the heads of lions, and out of their mouths issued fire and smoke and brimstone. By these three was the third part of men killed, by the fire and by the smoke and by the brimstone which issued out of their mouths. For their power is in their mouths and in their tails. For their tails were like unto serpents, and had heads, and with them they do hurt. And that's going into the missiles, man. That
Bobby Shaw, you might get in, when you're done speaking, you might get into 12 verse.
And that's that going into when it talks about them $200,000, and that's that 200 million, man. Mm-hmm. Okay, them 200 million ICBMs. Okay, it's really gonna be them nuclear warheads, because when you have a missile, the whole missile isn't, when it actually hits the detonation point, the whole missile ain't there. It's just gonna be the warhead.
Right.
The rest of the missile is just to get it there. It's like the vehicle, if you will.
You know when a spaceship's about to go off?
Yeah, it breaks apart. Yeah,
it breaks apart, and it's just that tiny little
yep. That's
triangle shaped lip. That's what's gonna hit.
That's a beautiful example. That's it. That's exactly what it is. And I'm gonna jump up. Revelation 9 and 12. One woe is past, and behold, there come two woes more hereafter.
You can connect that with the Revelations, the 11th chapter, when it says
verse 14.
Yeah, the 14th verse. I mean, I already got it. I'm saying you can connect
Okay.
You can connect that because it says
the
second woe was past, and the third woe cometh quickly, man. So once again, it's talking about World War I, World War II, and World War III, man.
Mm-hmm.
That's literally what it's talking about. Okay, and if you don't get it, you don't believe it, and you talk shit and scoff, that's on you. By the end of the day, man, the scriptures want to say prove all things, and we can prove it through the scriptures, but by the end of the day, the Lord going to prove who He really is. The Lord really going to show out. There's chariots everywhere, bro. We go outside, oh, that's a chariot. Oh, chariots over brothers' houses protecting them. Bro, we went to Chicago months ago, man, and we saw the Lord show out.
Yeah, we
were in Asheville, and we were walking around. Some bullshit happened with the brothers, and the Lord gave us a comfort, man.
Yeah, bitch, damn, mush me in my face, man.
And the Lord was showing us through the Spirit. I believe the Lord was like, look, we almost home. Calm down.
Yeah.
You good.
Because it was crazy because the brother, through the Spirit, he was like, hey, let's go up here to throw up these curses. Mm-hmm. And as soon as we looked up, we seen them chariots, and they was going crazy. Mm-hmm. And I think through the Spirit, I think it was over that AT&T tower.
Yeah, it was.
That was the... That's
the biggest tower in the town.
But no, I'm saying that was the tower with that whole bombing shit.
Yeah.
That was,
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Oh,
yeah.
Because that's why everybody who had AT&T, they shit was fucking up.
Right.
Oh, see,
you can't
fake this, bro.
You didn't even have to have AT&T.
Yeah.
Because I was out of town then, and I was with some other brothers, but during the time, you know what I'm saying, my woman, she don't even got AT&T, but it was fucking up her shit. Which it was Esau, but still, you know what I'm saying? We them chariots and they was going over the AT&T Tower months before that whole, explosion shit happened, man. So the Lord is definitely showing signs, and He's showing His wonders throughout the earth, man. Mm-hmm. And even with His men being on the highways and the byways and doing these videos.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
The scriptures, I'm going to quote one, but I'm going to get this. The scriptures say, when you read Matthew the 24th chapter, go back into it, it said, this word shall be preached unto all nations, then shall the end come. Now, this word is being preached under all nations. Everybody's hearing the word. Everybody knows about the Hebrew Israelites. All right, now let's destroy this motherfucker.
Mm-hmm.
Luke 21 and 12. But all these, they shall lay their... No, not in Slakia. This is Luke 21 and 11. And great earthquakes shall be in diverse places, happening right now, and famines happening right now, and pestilence and fearful sights and great signs shall there be from heaven. And there's many signs the Lord is showing, and that's a prime example, one of many.
All right. Now the chariots is just a small indicator of, the other sightings. Really, the Lord, all these things that have happened upon the planet Earth is really signs of Yahweh Shema Shai making His glorious return.
Okay.
The earthquakes that the brother was, speaking upon. Okay, the pestilences. All right, you got this whole pandemic thing going on. You got the uproars of the people. You got the men of the Lord. Right, the pandemic. You got the people, the men of the Lord out there on the highways and the byways pushing His truth. Okay, you got more and more chariot sightings as the days go by. Things, it just keeps going on. Okay, these things of Yahweh Shema Shai, and the Lord is making it known that He's He's making His return. He's making it known. Mm-hmm. He's making His return being known, man, through the Spirit.
Mm-hmm. But this is all prophecy, baby, by the end of the day.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
And all the prophecies will be fulfilled, and there's a few, I can't say how many, but there's a very, very few left through the Spirit, man, and the Lord about to get cracking. Yeah, He's about to get down and dirty, bro.
And if I may add real quick, we are approaching the time of Passover. Mm-hmm. And you gotta, brother, that's why brothers gotta be on point and really be spiritual with this. You know what I'm saying? Last year at this time, once the Passover happened, I think it was within a week, everything got locked down, man. So the Lord is really gonna get busy after this Passover, man, through the Spirit. Brothers believing, man. Yeah, we didn't see what happened. And shit, the Lord got busy in the beginning of last year. And then you see how much He ramped it up. Once Passover came, He turned that knob, man.
January 3rd of 2020 killed General Leader Solomon.
Uh-huh.
January 6th of 2021, the state capital shit.
Oh, yeah, this year, yeah.
Yeah, this year. I'm naming things that happened beginning of the year in the past couple of years.
Oh, yeah, come.
What the fuck?
And then, you got majors, people being, clapped out. Kobe, that nigga died in January.
Hey, these celebrities, they catching hell right now.
I'm
more hell. It's like it.
Nah, you good.
But there's more hell that I've seen on these celebrities, man, showing you that your riches don't mean shit either.
Mm-hmm. Hey, the Lord is showing that He is coming back, man. Whether you receive it or not, and the majority of the people ain't gonna be able to receive it. So, through the Spirit of Yahweh Shema Shai, Lord, we're part of the elect, but we're able to receive it, man. Mm-hmm. And we're able to see the things, all right, that most people can't see. And that's why brothers gotta just remember to be grateful and be gracious for the things that, the things that are happening. We're living in very beautiful times. Okay, the times are being sped up for the elect's sake, as the scriptures say. And like I stated, man, Lord willing, after Passover, man, this shit, get ramped up, on a major level. You know what I'm saying? But you got it, though. That's all I had.
Yeah, that's all I had too. Spirit.
You close it up.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. We're gonna wrap it up. World War III update. Hey, believe it or not, receive it or not, it's really not up to us. We really don't give a fuck. It's the will of Yahweh Shema Shai. All that matters is that we get it and we got it. And Lord willing, we believe and fight to the end. But once again, Lord willing, this was edifying for the elect. Before we close, I want to give all praises and honors to Yahweh, Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'Hashem, Rakak Kodash. Don't want us to the apostles and others of GMS, push His word through the Spirit and power of Yahweh, Ba'Hashem, El Shai. You better keep fighting this good fight of faith. We're almost out of here. Shalom and the ball. Keep fighting. We're almost home.
Shalom. More for the ball.